Meal prep doesn't have to be a chore. This one's creamy, fresh, loaded with protein, done with just a few ingredients, a lot less than the previous videos, and ready in under 30 minutes. So let's make a creamy pesto chicken with couscous and spinach. It's simple, it's clean, and it tastes like something you actually want to eat all week. Now the first thing we want to do is heat up some chicken stock. This is 1 1/4 cups of chicken stock, low sodium, which I'm adding to a saucepan. I'm going to place this onto a low heat over our stovetop, and we can let this one go in the background whilst we do everything else. We only want to heat this up. We don't want it to come to a simmer or a boil, so make sure you keep it over that low heat. Moving on to the chicken, this is 900 grams or 1.9 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken breast. All we need to do is butterfly this, open it up, and then what we're going to do is just slice this into even strips. Once you have the strips done, we can then rotate and dice. Just make sure they're all the same size. That way everything's going to cook at the same rate. And with that done, you should have something that looks like this. Place a pan over a high heat and get this nice and hot. When the pan is hot, add in 1 tablespoon or 20 milliliters of olive oil and add in the chicken. You might need to do this in batches if your pan isn't big enough, and then spread it around. Let this sit for about a minute to build up a crust. You can season it at this point with salt and pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of smoked paprika, but you can season it with any of your favorite seasonings. Once it's built up a crust, mix it all together, make sure all of the seasonings are evenly combined, and cook this for a total of about 5 to 6 minutes or until no longer pink and cook through. Now turn off the heat and add in 1/3 of a cup or 80 grams of Basil Pesto. I am cheating and using store-bought. It is a lot more stable. It's going to hold up for a lot longer than fresh, and of course it's cheaper. All we need to do is mix that through and make sure that the chicken is completely covered in the Basil Pesto. Then we can add in 1/3 of a cup or 80 grams of high protein yogurt and do the exact same thing, mixing everything together until all of those flavors have become friends. Now coming back to our stock, we wanted to bring this up to a boil and add in equal parts couscous, and this is 1 1/4 cups, so we'll add that straight in. Turn the heat off, add in a touch of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, give it a quick mix just to make sure all of that couscous is wet from that stock. Then all we need to do is place on a lid and let this steam for about 5 to 6 minutes, and this is completely off the heat. Now after 5 minutes, carefully remove that lid. Before we do anything with this, I'm going to add in 120 grams of washed baby spinach. I know this seems like a lot, but it does wilt down quite small. Then get in there with a spoon or a spatula and just start mixing this all together. I know this is a really tight space, so it's looking a little bit awkward, but we'll always make it work. So once the spinach has actually wilted down, just takes a little bit of extensive mixing, you should have something that looks like this. I'm going to add in about 2 teaspoons of extra virgin olive oil, add in a touch of salt if it needs it, same with a little bit of cracked black pepper, and also squeeze in some lemon juice. This is just roughly 1/4 of a lemon. You might need more or you might need less depending on your taste. Give all of this a mix through and then just double check it for seasoning. Adjust if it needs a little bit more lemon juice or even a little bit more salt and pepper. This recipe makes 5 portions and the container sizes are 750 milliliters. Depending on how you want to portion these, you can evenly weigh everything and then divide it by 5, or you can just roughly divide everything by 5. That choice is all yours. There will be a little bit of leftover sauce, so make sure you add that on too. And I'm adding a touch of grated Parmesan cheese per container, as well as a lemon wedge and a bit of cracked black pepper. As for storage, put them in the fridge for up to 4 days and in the freezer for up to 4 months. When it comes to reheating, you can do so in a microwave. You can also eat them cold, but they are much better hot. With all said and done, we can then dig in. Really good.